The Taiwan general election has concluded, and the combination of Lai Ching-te and Seo Mei-chin has won the presidential and vice presidential elections. However, the Democratic Progressive Party, DPP, lost its position as the largest party in the legislative yuan. The Taiwan general election is touted as the first major election of the year 2024, and it holds significance for several countries, including China, the United States, Taiwan, Japan, and neighboring nations. Surprisingly, the post-election situation has been relatively calm, raising questions about what this unexpected calmness signifies. Let's discuss this matter today. The Taiwan general election is a significant event in the Chinese-speaking world, with many people offering various comments and expressions. However, I feel that many of these expressions are influenced by pre-established positions, making it challenging to approach the matter completely neutrally. Today, let's take a neutral perspective and examine the Taiwan general election. Who are the winners and losers in the Taiwan general election? The stakeholders in the election can be divided into two levels. The first level includes the political parties and presidential candidates directly participating in the election, such as the Democratic Progressive Party, DPP, the Kuomintang, KMT, and the People's Party. The second level involves international interests, primarily concerning China and the United States, and also neighboring countries such as Japan, and even regions like Europe, the Philippines, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Let's first look at the winners and losers among the political forces directly participating in the election in Taiwan. Democratic Progressive Party, DPP, while winning the presidential seat, losing the majority in the legislative yuan is a setback. Although they can continue to govern, it becomes challenging to implement policies according to their preferences without legislative majority support. Kuomintang, KMT, not securing the presidential seat is not the ideal outcome, but becoming the largest party in the legislative yuan is acceptable. As an opposition party, they won't have to face the challenges of governance. People's Party, being a newcomer, their performance is relatively positive. While not expecting to win the presidency in their first attempt, their number of votes and the balanced legislative seats make them a crucial player. This can be seen as an ideal outcome for the People's Party. Considering the gains from various party perspectives, the People's Party seems relatively satisfied with the election results. However, each party has achieved something, and none can be considered a complete loser. For external stakeholders, especially China and the United States, the results are acceptable for the U.S., as they would prefer not to have both a DPP president and a DPP-dominated legislative yuan. This could pose greater challenges in managing U.S.-Taiwan relations. China, while the DPP remains in power, the balanced situation in the legislative yuan is more favorable for China. A DPP-controlled legislature and presidency would have presented a significant challenge for China, potentially requiring a more intense reaction. China may not be inclined to provoke reactions from various fronts. If the KMT had achieved a sweeping victory, gaining both the presidency and a legislative majority, it might not necessarily be the scenario China wishes for. A KMT victory could also present challenges, triggering heightened U.S. opposition and possibly direct conflicts between the two nations. In the current situation where the DPP continues to govern, but the KMT and People's Party hold the majority in the legislative yuan, it is an ideal outcome for China. It allows them to maintain strategic goals without an immediate need to invest resources in resolving the Taiwan issue. From our perspective, among the three major parties, the People's Party seems relatively content with the results and gains the most. The DPP and KMT can accept the outcome, which is not the worst-case scenario. Both China and the United States, especially China, likely find this result favorable. This explains why the Taiwan Strait is so calm post-election, a balanced, compromised, and middle-ground election that addresses various interests.